Like many of you guys, I wear many hats. I'm a daughter, YouTuber, social media influencer, fiance. I mean, the list just keeps going on, and I still work a 9 to 5 on top of it all. It does get overwhelming, but I try my hardest to manage my time. So in today's video, I want to share how I balance my full-time job as well as being a social media influencer slash YouTuber, whatever you want to call it. It's one of the top questions I get after hair questions, obviously, especially on Instagram. You guys want to know how I manage it all, and today I happily want to share. It's important to know that I'm still a work in progress and still learning best practices, but let me show you what I do. Now, it does look a little different because I have been working from home since March 2020, since when the pandemic hit, and Ontario, yeah, I live in Canada. You guys always get shocked when I say it. Anyways, Ontario has been on lockdown up until recently, really. We're just starting to reopen phase 1. And because I spend a lot of my time at home, I take full advantage of it to, take the time and work on my business. That said, it's hectic. And balancing full-time work, creating content, writing script, filming videos, it's a fine art. I'm going to share exactly how I manage my time and what I've learned over the past year. One of the first things that I do in the morning is my morning routine. When I start my day on the right foot, everything just flows better and I exert less energy playing catch up. I'm in better spirits. I am less stressed, which ultimately makes me happier at the end of the day. I see it as an act of self-care, honestly, because my routine truly makes me happy. So the first thing that I do when I get out of bed is work out. Sometimes I may spend a few minutes scrolling on Instagram, wasting time, but I really try to start my day by moving around. It sets my day up for success and helps me feel good and motivated because I'm taking time to care for me first. When I waste time on my phone and go straight into working my 9 to 5, it leaves me feeling so shitty and unaccomplished. So I really try not to do that. I work out, I shower, I do my skincare, I make myself a nice little breakfast. Honestly, all of that just sets my day off right. So first thing first, have a nice little morning routine. Then we plan. Planning is absolute key in succeeding when there's a lot going on. I try to plan my days the night before, at least the big pieces, but more often than not, I will connect the small pieces the day of. It keeps me on track throughout the day and I'm much more organized. It also makes me feel really, really good to just check items off my list as I go through my day, no matter how small they are. Being able to check off working out, for example, is a big one for me because I don't actually like to work out between you and I, and I know it's good for me and I try to do it, but I really hate working out. The moment leading up to it, I can come up with a million excuses as to why I wouldn't work out, but then once I do it and I can cross it off my list, it makes me feel so good. There's something about having a list all checked off at the end of the day that just gets me really motivated for the next day. So I really try to plan my day, have a to-do list. I use Canva to do my to-do list. I can download it and share it across my devices. And specifically, I can share it on Instagram. And you guys keep me going. It's weird because sharing it really makes me feel accountable, because if I don't, then I just feel like you guys are gonna come for me. So it really keeps me going and it keeps me accountable because I don't wanna let you down. I kind of feel like I'm letting you down if I don't finish my list. So sometimes it does put a little bit of pressure on me, but it's good pressure the way I see it because it's pushing me to do what I say I'm gonna do. A quick tip I would have for you is to find an accountability partner if you struggle with completing your to-do list. I mean, hell, you can share with me if you want to, and we can keep each other accountable and level up. From there, I start my 9 to 5. I try to be as productive as possible in the morning for my 9 to 5. So I go through all my emails. I try to schedule any meetings that I can in the morning so that I can get it all out of the way. It's like doing the hardest task first so that either frees up my afternoon, first of all, or mentally, I just know that the hardest part is done. So then I just feel better about the time, the afternoon comes around. Once all of the pieces are together for me to succeed that day, so I worked out, I did my little morning routine, I did my 9 to 5, and I was really productive with my 9 to 5, then I take a break. I'm at peace when I get lost in a good book. I'm an avid student of self-development, so I really enjoy reading self-development books. I'm always reading up on how I can improve, so I use my lunch break to disconnect from my 9 to 5 and from my influencer work. I try not to do anything too challenging. I have to say, I'm very anal about while taking my lunch breaks. Before the pandemic, I used to be that person at work that would work through my lunches, and it's really not good for you, but I used to do it. Anyways, there's no reason why you should be working through your lunches. Girl, don't do yourself this great dishonor and work through your lunches. Don't do it. Speaking of being a student of self-development, this portion of the video is sponsored by Skillshare. I know you've seen the ads all over the internet, but if you haven't, Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for anyone. Explore new skills, deepen existing passions, and get lost in creativity. They have a multitude of classes to choose from productivity, self-care, confidence tips, Instagram and YouTube, etc. They have all of that for less than $10 a month. I've been lost in a productivity class as of late, and I'm learning how to efficiently manage my calendar. Skillshare also have a list of curated classes by Black artists whose work spark conversation, inspire creativity, and drive changes. The platform is made for learning, so there are no ads. And listen, go ahead and check them out below. I will put a link in the description box. They are offering a limited time offer right now from June to September. So the first 1,000 signups will get a month free. So you can start exploring your creativity today. Now back to 9 to 5 and influencer work. To be more efficient when it comes to managing my influencer work and my 9 to 5 and life, I put everything on my calendar. Listen, if I need to call my mom, even date nights, I put it on my calendar. It allows me to allocate time to do what I need to do. I heard somewhere that if you give yourself 3 hours to do a task, then it's going to take you 3 hours. If you give yourself an hour, then it's going to take an hour. Of course, you need to be realistic with how long it takes you to do something. But the point is I utilize my calendar and I hold on to it, girl. Everything I do is on my calendar. I used to work in blocks, so I will give myself 2 hours block time to work on something and then move on to something else. But then I realized over a few months that I was getting burnt out because I was working on too many things at once. So now I try to allocate more time to work on one thing, which leads me to my next point. I organize my days. So like I told you guys, I go hard in the morning with my 9 to 5, and then in the afternoon, I wrap things up, I keep them light. If I have some downtime, I will not waste it. I will do some research-based projects or write a script for a YouTube video or do some Pinterest pinning. I basically make sure that I take full advantage of the time that I am working my 9 to 5. So if I don't have a task to do for my 9 to 5, then I will sneak in some influencer work, but don't tell them I told you that. So basically, I plan what I have to do after work. As soon as I'm done my 9 to 5, as soon as 5 o'clock hits, girl, I go right into my influencer work and I batch create my content. For example, if I need to film a video, I know exactly what I'm going to film. I already have my script ready to go. I know which outfits I'm going to wear, and I'll film me doing my makeup. That's content for Instagram. Then I'll film the video, and then I'll try to sneak in some pictures afterwards if I can, and that's more content for Instagram. So batching is so necessary if you want to be as productive as possible. Next point is to group similar tasks together. So Mondays, I work on YouTube videos. Tuesday are Instagram/TikTok content. Wednesday are for pitching to brands. Thursday are for training or self-development work. And Fridays are kind of like a wrap-up/admin days. That's when I send invoices. That's when I make sure I answer all of my emails. So I make sure that I have one big thing that I want to do at the end of every day once I'm done my 9 to 5. So that way I don't feel too overwhelmed, and I kind of feel like I'm just working on one thing at a time versus a bunch of different things. Unfortunately, I do work on the weekends. I try to at least give myself one full day off nowadays because things can get crazy, and I do feel like I'm working on all the time. So on the weekends, I try to catch up and plan my content for the upcoming week or write some scripts for my videos if I need to. And all of that takes me to my last point, which is prioritizing. Honestly, things will always get in the way. Constantly. Someone will always call you up and say, "Hey girl, what you doing? Can you help me with that? Can you do this and that?" You're gonna have to prioritize. When things get in the way, you're gonna have to figure out what's important and what isn't. If someone calls me and they need me, I need to evaluate who is it, what do they need, how long it's gonna take me to do whatever they want me to do, and what did I already have planned. I used to drop what I was doing for others and realized that my wants are important too. What I'm doing is important, and I can't just drop it just because someone decided that they needed me at the last minute. Listen, people in my circles know I don't do last minute. If you need me, I'm gonna have to put you in my calendar, okay? I'm gonna have to figure out when I can help you. I don't drop things anymore and just run myself to the ground for other people. So yeah, everybody in my circles know I don't do last minute very well, and I've had to kind of like train them, and now they know. They know if they need me, you will have me. I'm willing to help, but you're gonna have to give me some notice. I'm busy. And distractions are all around us, so it's important to stay focused. It's easier said than done, and although I feel like I'm working all the time, I get great fulfillment knowing that I'm working towards my goals, I'm working towards things that I want to accomplish, so that makes me feel really good at the end of the day. So get your priorities straight. Hopefully one day I'll be able to quit my job, but for now, this is my routine. I do a lot of planning, and this is how I'm able to accomplish everything. If you are an inspiring influencer, business owner, or you just have multiple side hustles, know that you can do it. You just need to prioritize, you need to plan, and you need to utilize your calendar. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know if you liked it by giving me a thumbs up. If you have any tips, tricks, share down below. It'll help me and also help somebody else that may be reading your comment. And until then, I'll see you in my next one. Bye.